Hello everyone, Attack Power here with another Men of Steel DLC division here in Kampfgruppe von Tettau. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more Steel Division 2 content, and check out that Patreon down below. Thanks a bunch. Let's dive right in here to Kampfgruppe Tettau. This is definitely a balanced division. You don't get like your big tanks and stuff until C phase, so it's definitely a division you want to go longer with, so I'm going to build it balanced. Of course, remember, this is more of a deck review slash build, a build slash review kind of thing, so I'm kind of doing both. We did go over these in the divisional previews, but I get to actually get into the divisions now and see what's going on. So here we go. Recon tab, motorcycles, terrible. KFZ's terrible. Though this one at least has 2 machine guns, which is slightly better, but still no armor, which means they die to everything. Sharpshooter, I mean, great. It's a single man, so it dies really easy, but still having 10 points for a single sniper, not bad, and you get 10 of them at double vet, so they're pumping out the shots. They apparently never miss, which they do. Don't believe that necessarily. So nice there. Definitely take that unit. And then you have the SS Landsturm Aufklär. Okay, this unit is very good. So we have 2, looks like a Sten essentially, rifles, MD34, and a Molotov cocktail. Yes, all day long. Let's take these in B so we get 8 of them. So we have plenty of, they're only 20 points, and we can use these as kind of like suicide Molotov guys, or we can actually use them as recon because they are exceptional stealth and very high optics. So this is not a great recon tab, but I mean, it at least has stuff. It has things that aren't like embarrassingly bad to work with. It could be worse. Let's be real. Could be worse. All right, 1 point across the board, the entire thing. So that my OCD is going to require me to fill this entire thing. All right, so we have an SS Valka Bren. That looks awful. It's a 6-man disheartened squad with some terrible guns. So let's just move on past that. Strupen, still don't like him. SS Valka, not Bren. Okay, this one has better guns. A better gun. At least. Still terrible, but it is 5 points more. So technically by price, this one is definitely better, but this one is so bad. I hate all of those. I don't really want to use any of these units. SS Valka leader, 5 15-man leaders. I'm going to throw that in there. The Faust Pastron is terrible because it doesn't even kill tanks in one shot. But that's not what I'm buying this for. 15-point leader is insane, and especially when you get 5 of them. No radio, but that is natural that they would not come on radio. Okay, Begleittruppen only comes in C phase and is a nice unit here. 6 men, couple submachine guns, and a Bren and a Molotov. And the shock trait. Tank Rider, it's going to come up very rarely. It's basically only like a Stug 3 that I've seen it on. So we're going to throw him in. 24 with single vet is quite good in C phase. Let's toss him in there. Festungsgrenadier, nice chunky unit, 15-man, disheartened. 24 of them in B. We'll toss those guys in there too. KM Marine Infantry. It's a solid 20-point infantry unit. It's not anything amazing, but it is solid. We'll put them in there. Sicherungs, love these guys. We're going to put them in B with 1 vet. SS Junker. Only comes in A, and we're definitely going to take him in A. This is a very... Okay, so here's the issue with this unit. It's okay. It looks good on paper. It's only 20 points. That's definitely a plus. The issue with this kind of unit is it can't decide what the heck it's supposed to be. It's got 3 MP40s, okay, CQC, 5 MP44s, not really CQC. It actually really isn't. It's really mid-range. Like you want it between 101 and 300 meter range, and you want the opponent to be in the open. And then you have this MG42, which obviously is like, usually firing at long range, but in this case, you don't want 1 MG42 firing. That's terrible. So it's one of those units that like I actually think is going to be kind of bad in practice, but seeing as our options seem limited in A phase, we're probably just going to have to deal with it. All right, SS Landstrom. Okay, we get some more like infantry in A that aren't complete garbage. Yeah, so we're gonna put them in for now. We can single vet them for 8, but they're a 9-man team that are bad anyway, so let's just leave them unvetted for now. SS Schupo, we don't need it. It does have the new security trait, which does mean security units remain classified as infantry, but when stationary, gain good levels of optics similar to recon. Okay, I mean, that's nice. I can't say that's not nice. Sicherungs have it too, so since we already have that, we don't need more of this. Ersatz Pioneer, 12 of them in A, thank God. Okay, now we have some infantry in A. These guys are solid. They have MG42s. I mean, they're disheartened, but still, for a Pioneer unit, that's almost good because then you can run away really fast. All right, so leader for B, don't need it. Leader for B, don't... Oh, but it does have a Panzer Strike. Okay, we'll keep this one in mind. Doesn't have radio, which really sucks, but having the Panzerschreck and 2 MG34s makes this a viable option. Kampfgruppe, nah, nothing super special. All right, Panzergrens. C phase only. Let's take these guys out. Let's get some real infantry and C. And finally, SS Junker. That's an actual infantry. Whoa, there's a unit. Okay, yes, we'll take that. This guy is really solid. I mean, it's basically a dumbed down Fallschirmjäger unit. For all intents and purposes, this is a Fallschirmjäger. I mean, it's a little weaker, of course. It's a smaller unit, but it's 5 points cheaper, which is really key. That's kind of why Fallschirmjägers don't get used, because they're just so darn expensive. So, yeah, I mean, good stuff. B phase is looking a little light. Do we have any other CQC stuff that I passed up? The answer is no. That's actually really bad. So you only have CQC in A and C phase. Ooh. Oof. Oofity, oofity, oof. So I'm actually going to vet this dude up now. Since I have these other this really strong card here, I don't need as many 20-point spam, I don't think. I would love another B phase unit, so maybe the KM Marine Infantry go in there. Maybe, yeah, I think that's just the answer to this dilemma here. Yeah, I think that's the answer here. Okay, so we have all these filled up. We should have like, oh my god. Okay, that's a little much. Even for me, that's a little bit much. Oh, we can't vet these. Okay. Okay, I mean, I guess you just have 143 infantry. I mean, they're all 1-point slots. There's like you don't gain much by taking an infantry's card out. I really wish there was more CQC, but there's not. And that kind of sucks. I mean, maybe the right answer is just more leaders. Maybe that is actually the right answer. Maybe I should be getting more leaders. Could be getting this Panzerschreck leader. There's no radio here. How great is my arty? It's actually not radio reliant at all. So actually we don't need radio. So let's take that guy. Let's take out the KM Marine Infantry. This guy's a lot chunkier. Does have a machine gun. Still, Sicherungs are amazing. I'm not taking them out. I love those guys. Yeah, I mean, this unit, the fact that I don't need radio makes these guys actually phenomenal. So tons of leaders here. I might even be able to skip the arty leader. I might be able to skip this, honestly. Because I just don't need... I have 11 leaders here already, which is more than my average division. All right, so tank tab. We have Panzer 35R, only comes in B phase. This thing is horrible, but I mean, for 10 points, it's still usable. Panzer B2 in B. This thing is actually pretty good with the double gun. It does some pretty good work. Slow AF, but a solid unit. Shug 3, C only. That's rough. And then we have, of course, the Königstiger. 2 cards of those, but there's absolutely no reason to bring in 2 cards of these things ever in a 1v1 game. It's just not necessary. Okay, so we want the Shugs. I mean, we want the Panzer B2s. I mean, we'll take a card of Königstigers. Do we need the biggest one? The answer is no, we really don't. I think we vet it once, and we bring in the not biggest one. But I guess... in C phase, 2 ticks. It's 2 ticks either way, so I guess I might as well get the biggest of the bad. All right. I mean, oh crap, there is like no armor here. We may come back. You know what? Let's throw this in. Our infantry tab was nearly free, so let's just throw that in there. It's only 2 points. All right, support tab. Flammenwerfers only come in B. Wow, that's just a kick in the balls. That is an unnecessary kick in the balls for this division. Okay, cool. All right, we have Flammpanzer tanks in A. 15 points, you get a gun and a flamethrower and a bunch of armor. Wow, that's extremely dirt cheap. I'm really sad about this, actually. That's really upsetting. I almost might take them just because we have no CQC in B. So like this might actually be something we need to do. Urzat MGs are phenomenal because of their price. So yes, we take those. No. No. Yep, no. 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 IG-290, I mean, probably, yeah. Probably, yeah. We have MG-42. I don't really think we need it, to be honest. We definitely take the Commandant. Like, we are leadered up to the freaking... We're leadered up to the neck. So we take those. Ammo for sure. I mean, I'm going to argue myself into a card of MG-42s. We'll take it out later if we don't need it. But I do always kind of want another card. These are actually pretty good, but they're really close range, and you have the sick rooms already, so probably pass on these. We need Panzerschreck. 15-point Panzerschreck, and you get 5 of them. It's disheartened, that's why. Don't care. Bring them in. Okay. Panzerjäger, these things are actually pretty fantastic. For 25 points, they're gross. So we're going to bring those in. 45, I love 45s, and we should probably take the horses off then. Let's throw this in a Kubel instead. I want the horses on the AT gun so they actually can get some early kills. What do we bring? Probably this one because of the longer range. Well, Pack 36 is great. Okay, let's get our double pack in. We're going to need it desperately. We're going to need these Pack 43s as well, and now we're down to one of these. What's the normal on this? 65. I mean, it's only 10 millimeters more, I guess. Because this doesn't have APCR. That's the issue. All right, let's do this. It has some big killing potential with the HE shells. You kill one thing with this HE shell, and it's 100% worth it. So we'll stack this up. We got to survive A phase. It's going to be rough. Because you don't have any tanks. Your infantry suck nuts in A. They don't totally suck nuts, but they're not what you get later. Ugh. But anyway, anti-air. We have flak 36s. Okay, so we got something to work with. 20. You notice I just skipped 20 mils altogether. Flak 17. What in the heck is this thing? Okay. All right. Let's figure out what's going on here. First off, wow, that's a big increase in fire rate. But anyways, only comes in B phase. Only HEs. It does not. It does not. It does not AT job at all. Bullets are 15 rounds a minute. I mean, this thing could be fun. We'll keep it in mind. I mean, there's a lot of slots here. SDKZ in A, yeah, basically definitely. Black 36, probably unvetted because I just want to have enough AA. And then we get into these things. Yes, you absolutely need these. I don't think I'm gonna have points for this. As fun as it looks, I don't think I'm gonna have points for it. This might be very good. We'll find out later, honestly. All right. Okay. So we have 60 mil mortars. We basically always want these. They're pretty phenomenal. So let's bring them. Kubel's fine. We're not bringing leader. We don't need it. I like the Panzerwerfer a lot, so we're gonna bring this for sure. When do we bring it though? Is the question. Probably B phase. So we have plenty of them. And then C phase for the 300 mil Nebelwerfers with ammo, so they can go forever. Yeah. Glorious. 3 points for the air. We may have to... maybe I will take an infantry card out. Who knows? All right. BF 110. Can't bring it until B phase. It's the worst agility. 30 mils, 20 mils. I mean, this is a strafing fighter. Like, what you're doing with this thing really is attacking the ground, not really killing planes. HE 219. Another new plane in the game. Lots of 20 mils. What's the actual damage output comparison? So it's 7.3 damage versus 7.9 damage. So technically this one is better. This one's much faster, like very much faster. Also has very good resilience versus medium resilience. The issue with this upped speed is that when you ground attack, it's actually going to do less damage. So I don't know. I don't even know if I'm actually considering any of those. All right, Ju-88. Let's see. Very good resilience, 400 kilometers an hour, 10 50-kilogram bombs. I mean, it's pretty good. It's a fighter bomber, so this is definitely on the short list of possibilities. BF-109 G14. Extremely fast, 30 mil. I mean, this is like your actual fighter, I think, like the one that actually might shoot something down. You do have Focke-Wulfs with the medium resilience. Hard to pass these up. And then there's BF-109s. I mean, I kind of want the Ju-88. I really do. I'm a point short, which may mean I have to go back to my 131 unit infantry tab and take something out. Do you know what the worst part is, though? There's part of me that like doesn't want to. I'm like, no, I can't take anything out. I need all of this. I absolutely don't, but it feels like I do. The problem is I really shouldn't take anything out of A. I mean, maybe these just aren't. Maybe these just are bad. Like, honestly, maybe these just are not that good. Or maybe they're really good. Maybe I'm just not giving them the credit they deserve. But part of me thinks they're not that good. Not like they have any grenade or anything like that. If I take this festoon out, I mean, I lose a lot of infantry in B then. Like, I do not have the spammy ability anymore. I don't really want to take anything out there. Let's take the MG42s out. Let's do that. Oh, I'm laughing at my ridiculousness. The things I feel like I need. All right, so no AT planes. Got the bombers. We got some okay arty. There's no RT. Like, these are terrible. You really don't want these. So we don't really have arty. We just have rocket. And I mean, honestly, I kind of like rockets more a lot of the time. It feels like they have a more immediate effect. Artillery is more of a grindy thing. MLRS is more of like a kill a singular unit or break open a defense. So I do like this. Your AA tab seems good overall. Like, these are all good options here. And this thing, I have a feeling, is actually quite good because it fires very fast. And if you put even one vet on it, now it's firing 18 rounds a minute. I mean, this thing should be able to stop anything coming at you pretty effectively on its own. And again, there's a part of me that really wants to try it, but I feel like you really need this 88. But then again, maybe you don't. What's the AP? The AP is 2K. I do feel like you need the 2K. Even if you were using it for HE, I feel like you really kind of need that. AT tab, I mean, I guess we could cut something from here. We could cut the PaK 43, I guess. Is that redundant in this case? Maybe it is. Maybe we just take that out. That allows us to try this thing out. We're going to try this thing out. Seems fun. The 2 points, let's just put back in something into the support tab, or we can get more Air Force. A BF-109 is a good plane. There's no denying that. But once the AA gets better, this thing becomes pretty useless pretty fast. This fighter should be able to... I mean, I could get a ground attack plane. That technically is a fighter, but it's a ground attack plane. I could do that. MG42s are probably just better. They're less exciting, but they're better. But I do still have all these infantry. Do I really need MG42s on top of it? Kind of, because there's just not a lot of support otherwise. Like, you have no 2K HE, which really sucks. You're kind of almost relying on your Panzerwerfer to kind of do the 2K HE on its own. And it does not do a good job of replacing it, but it kind of can reach out and get some stuff. Weird division. I think a lot of people are really excited about this division, but I was not originally, and I'm still kind of not. I honestly don't. I think just surviving to sea phase is going to be an absolute struggle, and I think people put way too much credit into the King Tiger. They're like, you're going to call in King Tigers. That's not good. Like, it really isn't. If it killed things in one shot, it would be good, but it doesn't. So it's not. Like, it's not a super good unit. For this price, you don't get that much value out of it, ever. You drop this down and nobody goes to it anymore. Like, yes, it can block off a portion of the map. That's about all it does. Otherwise, it rarely actually fights. No one wants to actually like send a unit against this because it'll just die. So yeah, even B phase is rough. Like, B phase doesn't get much better. You only have these panzers that are terrible. Your AT situation gets no better. Your infantry situation doesn't really get better. I mean, you're getting like lots of infantry, but they're not good infantry. Like, you no longer have the SS Junker Panzerfaust units here. You have just kind of like junk units. And Sicherungs are great, but they're not phenomenal infantry. C phase, I mean, your C phase gets better. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, this is an interesting division, but one I actually don't think is going to hold up well when it actually comes down to it. But we'll try it. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting over on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.